2. Recording is now in session to be well progressed. Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Today is the final round of the Nations Cup in the 2023 series. Gran Turismo World Series will take place and go for the Group 3 category at Grand Valley Highway 1. Sorry about that, folks. Just let me start over and go for take 2. Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Today is the final round of the Nations Cup in the 2023 series. Gran Turismo World Series will be taken on in Grand Valley Highway 1 for the Group 3 category on Gran Turismo 7. It's been so long ever since we've been Hang on, folks. I'll have to be on standby and start over again and back to square one. Alright, let's try this again. Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Today is the final round for the Nations Cup in the 2023 series GTWS on Gran Turismo 7. For today's racetrack for the Group 3 category, we're going in and take on in Grand Valley Highway 1 is about to go again since the 4th season in the final round of the exhibition series back from the 2022/23. So, we're arrived in June 3rd, and that means after finishing for only 6 rounds from the month of May, and here we go down for the recap from round 6 at Dragon Trail Seaside for the Volkswagen Scirocco Group 4. It was a lot of total disaster out there to have several racers will be currently using each kinds of the liveries on the same Volkswagen Scirocco Group 4. Even for myself, because a lot of tough times is going to be very challenging with going understeer, faster performance, and soft racing compound tires will go non-stop without any pit stop to be available for the GT3 and GT2 leagues. With the additional for the GT1 league as well, we'll be putting up to have one pit stop available to see how the challenges will be served, and just gonna have to keep a good extra careful, try not to do anything else to be reckless, and even of course because of the dead chicane. Somehow, because clean racing turns out to becoming very good, and even for myself to have a very slight witness is going to be a very tough time to see how many 30 racers is now being joined in session for today's competition, but even perhaps that was from yesterday on Wednesday for the 31st of May. Now we go down and focusing to be on a live stream recording session in round 7 will be take on in Grand Valley Highway 1 for the Group 3 category ever since from the first round at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps for the same class. So let's get ready to enter. Point race entries will be set and good to go by today and tonight for the GT1 league, while the GT3 and GT2 leagues will have to take 15 laps around the track for the number of players up to 16, and rolling start is about to be set and good to go by having a feature to be putting up with 2 tires in the medium and soft racing compound tires as a mandatory requirement. Group 3 category, and even to have the brake balance to be set to be partially allowed. Mid speed is about to be set and go for the carb restriction, along with the DR and SR effective will be set to be on yes. Also for the GT1 league, we'll have to go adding up by 15 more will be equals into 30th, so it'll have to go best served to have the endurance, just like having a different row of the Grand Valley 300 km ever since to have the first ever endurance series back from Gran Turismo 1 in 1998. But the competition is going to get much more pretty excited out there after putting up with some few attempts and go for take 1 and 2 of this part of the live stream video. So I had to get shaped up, practice well, and go for the best recommend Group 3 car that I'm about to go for the Toyota GR Supra Racing Concept 2018 with the UDRS Inspirtech livery. But this time, it's a GTWS variation is now being served to be participate to be entered in the final round of the Nations Cup. So I had to get ready, participate. BOP regulation is about to be set and good to go to be using on any performance on every Group 3 cars to be specifically on the horsepower and weight. Do your best out there, folks. 1 pit stop available. 2 tires is now being served to have 1 leg to be chose up to have the medium or soft racing compound tires will be get set and join in session in the lobby. So time to go back and head on over to be in Grand Valley Highway 1 will go again since the exhibition series back from season 4. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos in the later future. Now it is time to get ready to go and start the final race of the Nations Cup. Here we go, let's begin. Well, I just really want to let you guys to say thank you for coming over to be visiting on my live stream video on the set. All the tough times, distraction times, and giving myself for having a slight distraction that I just almost lose my focus. But you see, I just went down to do some major changes after a few months ago for having some slight changes that has a regular content clip that has skipping parts for only 2 or 3 seconds. But the live stream recording is still in progress because I might need to have enough time and get down to do some basic workout to be set and go for the soft racing compound tires to be doing well best served. So I just spent a few minutes to be adding up to have some new decals and update for my variation for the Toyota GR Supra Racing Concept with the UDRS Inspirtech livery. But it turns out because the design of the variation is now being served to have a mostly fine of the GTWS competition ready to be set and good to go to be joined on session. But even perhaps because I know this is pretty much more hard time that I just got myself to be having some too much distractions. But that's not my cup of tea, alright, because all I have to do is gonna have to be creative and get shape up to be as other racing series like the commentators do. But I'm just going solo at this time because you'll have to go down to do some basic workout to have 18 turns around the track in Grand Valley Highway 1. But the Phase 1 preparation is still in progress, so I had to go and proceed to do the main drill as Phase 2 will go racing into action for today's video segment. So still got enough time in about a minute, 21 seconds until the matchmaking will start. But I just really might need to have a green tea after the race is over because my speech is giving me a hard time because all that abusive thoughts is getting around me. But I can still race because I just really might need to have that video segment to be doing the part of the live stream to turn perfection into pure fast creation is now going to have to be served as an encore content picked. But it still takes forever because all I have to do, if I have to find a perfect way to get into it to have the quickest way to do some video editing. But my computer is going to be a very long time to do some exporting progress to have some few hours. Just to let you know if you already see from take 1 of the live stream video, but I'll have to go down and put with take 2 for today because I just really might need to get my head to be focused up and get myself to be well acted up to be at it. So there you go. Matchmaking is start. Join in session in the lobby. So I have to get in, shape up, and just give me a deep breath. Okay, there's King Pit Dog is now entered to join in. I don't know how am I supposed to do this, you guys, but today this is going to be a perfect race for myself to have the best opportunity to go for having a best run in the Nations Cup to do the first stage, and then Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup is coming up by tomorrow. So I'm still getting anxious. Alright, Island Grown 777, you can do your best. Man, I don't know how am I supposed to do this, so I have to keep fighting because my whole reputation is still on the line and just gonna have to make this content video for having a best encore pick for myself. So, on to the qualifying session, up we go. So let's get it on and get practice. So now we have Island Grown 777 is now go for the head start by using with a Corvette C7 Group 3 like last time. And here's God-Fearing Mortal in second, followed by Kimpit Doc is now set to be on live stream in progress. And there goes Boy in the McLaren 650S GT3. Just gonna have to let him through. Go for turn 5. Now go for having a brake zone on to turn 6 at the hairpin for having a nice open view. He's slowing down. Looks like Team UDRS Insportec is about to go enter to be entrance on Sector 2 by coming around in turn 7 and 8. Now for turn 9 and 10, looks like here we have Michael Delaney is now using with the Peugeot RCZ Group 3. Okay, looks like the bar quality is now going back in the green, just to have that Salt Racing compound tires to be doing the best serve. A reminder to let you know because I'm doing a live stream recording in session, so I had to get set and go for today's competition as I'm about to go through at it. So there's the Stig and the Toyota Supra in the GR Racing concept. Get back in the green. Now go again on turn 16 and 17. Inside the tunnel on turn 18, just going to go speed up quickly, brake balance check, set to be on 1. So far so good. Here we go for fastest lap on number 2. I'm really going to have to do this. This race, the competition itself, and the Nations Cup is counting on me because this will have to go for take 2 for only one part of the second attempt. Just gonna go shape up and go natural focusing on the track itself. Close call on turn 8 and 9. Going in on turn 10. There we go. Make that good straightaway on the slipstream towards the Grand Valley Bridge. Gonna have to get ready for turn 13. Okay, looks like Island Grown 77 is now using with a Nissan GT Nismo GT3 this time. There we go. Record time and beat 1 minute and 50-second lap time is now going correctly to be in 49.572 seconds for the new fastest record. So there you go. Gonna have to keep going. Have that turn 6 is now going clear on the inside. Now being dropped down onto 8th place. Just gonna have to beat sector 2 to have that main part of the turn to go slower, quicker, and very agile. Five seconds left. Come on, just gonna have to keep going. This has got to do it work. And this race and the competition itself will go perfectly to find a good line and get myself to get back on the track. Okay, that was a close call. Try not to get caught in the penalty. Just to have one simple way to get in for having a quickest lap time to go improve. Now that's very good. 5th place, here I come. More like 6th place, 7th, nope. Just don't want to get dropped down onto 8th place. Alright folks, I guess I'll have to take a quick break in about a minute left, so I had to get back and go for phase 2, so don't go away. Alright folks, we are back and let's go phase 2. Once again, we're going in for having a best time to go reduced from 17 in 15 laps in round 7 for the final round on the Nations Cup in Grand Valley Highway 1. Today's temperature for having a nice moment to be on the outside in 57.2 degrees Fahrenheit for every Gr.3 cars, and even of course to have 2 required tires to be set and go for each part of the leg as we're about to go enter for only 1 pit stop available. So be sure you guys starting out and choose between the medium or soft racing compound tires to be set and raring to go to have the best run moment out there to be entered for the final round. So I guess this is going to get pretty excited out there before ever since from the 4th season of the exhibition series. So here we go, let's get it on. The final race in the 2023 Series GTWS Nations Cup is about to begin. Now let's get on to the players. Here we have Galaxy139 in first, God-Fearing Mortal in second. Third place we have Was entered in the third position at the bronze. The Stig has now entered to be in the fourth position. Here we have TC55XX go for the AMG Mercedes. Here we have Boy in 6th place. 7th place we have Danger in the Ferrari 458 Italia. Gates in the Porsche 911 RSR in 8th place. Here's myself in 9th place with the UDRS Insportec livery. Big Red Biggin has now entered in 10th place. King Pit Dog has now going 11th place, and Livestream. Michael Delaney is now entered to be in the 12th position. Rose Skull in 13th place, followed by Apex X Piloter in 14th place. 15th place we have Island Grown 777 in the Nissan GT Nismo in the 2018 model. Well folks, this is gonna be the best of the best. Round 7 for the 2023 series in the Nations Cup ever since from Season 4 on to the Exhibition Series back then. All the best time, best memories, and we're about to go again for the second time, and this time is about to go for the official tournament to see how several Gran Turismo players is about to be set and go for the best moment, and having a really good run to have countdown will go initiate. So let's go and get set to be having a best run for the final round of this year's 2023 season for the GTWS Nations Cup in Grand Valley Highway 1. Let's do this and go proven to become the best. Now Team Insportec has a good start position to be going overtake on 2 cars, and looks like Gates is about to go for the offense to be entered on turn 3, and hold on, looks like Boy in the McLaren 650S GT3 is now go for the slight defense, and there goes. Down on to take the hairpin on turn 6. Other racers, including Team UDRS Insportec, to be set and go down by cleared onto the first sector. As now entered to be on sector 2. Going left turn on number 7 through 8, Big Red Biggin in the Genesis X Gr.3 is now going overtake, and looks like Danger is now currently to be dropped down onto the 9th position. Hold on, looks like this could get much more trouble out there. This could get very messy to see how other racers might need to be very extra careful to be on a slow speed session of the track. Clearly, 8th place for Team Insportec is now being survived as well. Going down to be proceed on to turn number 11 and 12, enter the Grand Valley Bridge, make that good straightaway to be going clear, and go for the get-go by enter sector 3. Magnificent turn, and going up the hill inside the tunnel, there goes a contact by Danger in the Ferrari 458 Italia with a Kirby themed livery. Well, Pollo for sure. This is, hold on, looks like this cannot be good. Looks like the Stig in the Toyota GR Supra Racing Concept 2018 just took a slam hit. So very close, and this is crazier to be expected to have that obstacle during the part in the final turn in the sector of Grand Valley. Here we have Galaxy139's lap time by a minute, 54.322 seconds to be entered on lap number 2. So here it comes. King Pit Dog is now overtake Team Insportec and Danger to be coming back and be well placed onto the 7th position. So watch yourself. Looks like Team Insportec is about to change direction to get back and focusing on the main opponents. There goes King Pit Dog on the action, you guys. He is going in and take on with Danger in 7th place with a Kirby themed livery on the Ferrari 458 Italia GT3, and there it goes. 2 Toyotas accompany, 1 Ferrari is about to be on the main chase and go for the hot pursuit. Did I ever mention to see how Danger can actually to make this kind of a livery that also to have one of the iconic Nintendo characters, Kirby? He is definitely might be quite very good to be popular to have all kinds of different forms and different appearances. But especially to have that Ferrari 458 Italia is so very much more fine popular to have a 458 Ferrari GT3 Kirby to have that theme livery variation is now being featured in round 7 of the Nations Cup for the final season. So here it comes to be on the 3rd sector after finishing on sector 2 to be on the Grand Valley Bridge. Going entered on turn 13 at the inside of the tunnel, King Dog is still on the chase and catches up onto Danger in 7th place. Going forward to be on 14 and 15 at the S turns, go by in, enter at the bridge on turn 16, stopping and exit on turn 17 before inside the tunnel on turn 18. Keep it up and keep the headlights turned on before coming out into the light to be having a main straightaway by finishing in lap number 2. Was actually to have that lap time to go faster by a minute 48.658 seconds by entered in lap number 3. So here it comes as the battle for 7th place continues on for Team Insportec, followed by King Dog on 8th place and 7th place for Danger in the Ferrari 458 Italia GT3 in the Kirby theme style variation. Much more impressive and stay on the main ropes to have Toyota and Ferrari is now battled out to be having a main turn to be stopped at turn 6 at the hairpin. Going down by the way, but clearly to be on the first sector is now being checked and cleared onto sector 2 to go lap and slow down to be on turn 7 to turn 8. Let's see how Team Insportec is doing well out there to have the main time and keep up the good racing to stay clean and overcome many obstacles ever since from having a tough time from round 6 at Dragon Trail Seaside for the Volkswagen Scirocco Group 4. The final round is all about having a best natural finish line session for the Group 3 category since Circuit de Spa Francorchamps from the very beginning from round 1. But the final round is always about to have the best time to be here in the west coast of California from the Belgian racing circuit and head on over to have the best place to be here in the Big Sur Highway Coast. So on to the last minute to be well seen. Just to have a good expect lookout, Danger is now getting closer to have that defense to stay on hold, and King Dog is now actually to go for the longer offense after clear from turn 16 and 17 before going back in the tunnel on turn 18. And there goes, the side-by-side is about to be much more seen to be closing in. Looks like King Dog in Danger is about to go into action and break through to be moving on in the 4th lap. Very good and magnificent pass for Team Toyota on position number 7, while Danger is now being dropped down onto 8th place. Good job, King Dog. Way to keep up and make your best effort out there to have the first leg between the medium or soft racing compound tires by the choice. So now we go down and proceed to be on the last minute to be well seen by entered on sector 2 for the top 3 drivers. Was actually to be quite giving a good was effort to see how one racer is now currently to take the first position. Was actually to have main best progression to have that main part for doing the final round on the Nations Cup to see if he can do it or not, but give or take, because betting suggestion is going to have to take much more possibility to see how was actually going to have to take home the podium for having a pronounced winner in first place. So we have to find out soon enough, and here we have Galaxy 139 is now being seen on to second place before coming entered onto turn 13 by the entrance of sector 2 along with God-Fearing Mortal in 3rd place. As other racers are now currently to be having a turn 13 session to go up the hill and moving on in to have turn 14 and 15 at the S turns. So they're about to go at it. Keep a good close-pull eye and have that 15 turn for Team Insportec all clear, and Apex X Piloter is now overtake after having a tough turn to avoid a penalty. Safe and sound, drop down onto 10th place for Team GTWS Insportec for having a losing control without having too much distraction due to the drama stress that just actually to be well putting up on it. Well, I really might need to have some green tea after this. And hold on, green flag signal just to be called out, and oh, that's not good to see TC55XX in the Mercedes AMG GT3 2020. Bummer. He is so very close that turn 1 is almost barely had that best moment out there to take. Someone else might have to call in an instant replay. This is pretty bad news for one player in the Mercedes AMG GT3 in the 2020 model is now actually to be coming up and best served to be participate in the Manufacturers Cup for this year's 2023 series in the Gran Turismo World Series. So we have to go enter. Moving on forward to have Sector 2 as Team Insportec is now moving on to be in the 9th position, followed by Apex Explorer is now at 8th position. But danger in the Ferrari 458 Italia GT3 is still currently to catch up on King Pit Dog in position number 6 as entered to be on the straightaway towards the Grand Valley Bridge. But after all, a Kirby themed star livery is still have the best tastes and very good interest for every Nintendo fans and Kirby fans itself. So going enter to have the final sector in lap number 5. First wave is about to get clear, and Team Insportec in the Toyota GR Supra Racing Concept 2018 is still yet to come to be catching up, and keep a good watchful eye on the lookout for other racers who might have to be able to have that medium compound racing tires on the first leg and be on standby before the soft racing compound tires will be doing the opposite. So coming in by finishing in the 5th lap, moving on in lap number 6 as other racers are now continuing on to catch up onto was in position number 1. Galaxy 139 is still actually to keep up on the ropes as 2 of them to be entered at turn 6 before finishing in sector 1 before coming back onto sector 2 to go again for having a low speed handling by the corner. Tougher times to be on the elevation just like the original track itself back from the previous Gran Turismo games. But here on GT7, the new challenge is going to have to be set and go for the encore usual since the 4th season back from the 2022/23 exhibition series for the same class and the same track itself. From 17 laps to 15 laps for the 2023 series is going to be an all-out battle between the GT3 and GT2 league by the players. Kind of have to say because this will have to go again and gonna have to do it twice. So here we have 0.8 seconds onto the last minute for Team Insportec before entrance on the Grand Valley Bridge. Big Red Biggin is now in the scene, and there he is right now. The Genesis X Gr.3 is now going for the offense before coming in onto turn 13 in the next turn on sector 3. So gonna have to step up onto the defense. Going up the hill on the road, have that S-turn to be well cleared onto turn 14 and 15 and head towards onto turn 16 to be on the Red Valley Bridge. Very excellent and still yet to be well pushed up to be handled it. So keep an eye out. We're about to go for only one pit stop available by entered in lap number 7. Calculation, go by the check and see how it goes. Close call for Team Insportec on turn 2. Going steeper left on turn 3 to be followed up onto turn 4. Watch yourself. Don't get caught in the penalty when you're on turn 5 before stop the brakes at turn 6. Looks like Team Insportec might gonna have to go extreme exercise caution on the hairpin to be down the hill and slope up to be focusing to be proceed on to sector 2 to go again. And here it comes. The low speed corners is going to be very well tricky just to make sure to get down to do some advanced basic skills to be well step up on circuit experience. So here comes on turn number 11 to be followed up and go proceed to be entered to have turn number 12 to get in and go all the clear. So you see folks, the final round on the Nations Cup for the 2023 series for the GTWS is all about having a best time to go for proceeding for only 6 rounds in the month of May, and the final round in June is going to be the perfect place to go for the finish line as we're about to go proceed schedule on the Manufacturers Cup will be on June 7th. So I'll have to stick around and go with some few attempts if I have a chance to go focusing and proceed to be in the middle section of the grid or the top 5 itself. Here we have was, along with the other players, are about to be currently to be using with the soft racing compound tires at the first pit stop before other racers will go apply overtake, as other racers are now currently to be moving on to have the switching up effort to be on the soft into the medium compound racing tires. So here it comes, on to lap number 8, and here we have Galaxy 139 is in the scene. hold on, looks like there goes a contact for Team Insportec. Looks like Big Red Biggin is now having a mistaken effort to see how it turns out to be entrance on turn 1 and 2 by having a brake zone incident. Still in one piece, and this is going to be a very tough hit to be on the rear. Just try to be careful next time, Big Red Biggin. Only for the next season, perhaps. So now being dropped down onto 8th place after Team Insportec was on to be on position 7. Currently to go back onto Sector 2 to go again for having a main part of the speed session to have turn 11 to go left after taking some serious type turns from turn 9 and 10. So going enter to have that main part of the straightaway, including the outside view of the tunnel. So there you go, keep a good steady on the maintained position, just gonna have to catch up, and here we have God-Fearing Mortal on position number 1 in the lead. And there goes Kimpet Dog on the 3rd position, you guys. He's about to go at it. He is going at it to have that rightful place and go for the best serve for having one part of the competition to see how Kimpet Dog is now currently to be on the live stream session. So 2 of them are now at the pits. Go for lap number 8 to be finishing up at the end before moving on in lap number 9. So keep an eye out because a few racers will be more likely to have a chance to go climb up and get step up to be doing the best effort to be moving on from lap number 8 and go for lap number 9. Watch yourself, looks like God-Fearing Mortal is now coming out at the pits, so Team Insportec might need to keep a good extra careful when he's coming out at the pits. 5th place is now being updated, and here it goes. The tough risk is going to get much more closer out there to take. 1 pace at a time, and just going to have to keep a good lookout. Have some turns with no penalty at this time. This race is going to be a very tough moment for every Gran Turismo players by starting out in the medium compound tires in the first leg until the soft racing compound tires on the leg number 2. Just to have opposite attracts and do some main step-up strategy to do some tips. But there goes the contact, has now been set by God-Fearing Mortal, just to let Team Insportec to go for the quick defense to be cleared on turn 11. So now comes in to be having a main part onto the Sector 2 session is now going clear at the end, down the slope, and go back onto the Grand Valley Bridge on to final sector between crossing through to the penalty line. So there it goes. Looks like God-Fearing Mortal is about to have one last push and get back in onto turn 13 at the main corner. Splendid run, and looks like we got Michael Delaney is now coming in on the scene with the Pesciat RC Group 3. Team Insportec might gonna have to keep a good watchful eye on the front tires because it's about to get low soon. 1 pit stop to be called in, and here it comes. Kimpet Dog is now labeled for having a soft racing compound tires will be on the get-go. Time to go for the pit lane entry to go in. Team Insportec is now right on time before switching from the soft and just going to be well placed up to have the finishing touches from the medium compound tires. No refuel at this time. It's about to go, 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 and keep up the best pushing effort to be coming out and be on standby by finishing on lap number 9 before coming in on lap number 10. Grid standings are now being updated, so here it comes. 10th place for Team UDRS Insportec for only 1 attempt to be entered in lap number 10. So good thing Michael Delaney in the Pesciat RC Group 3 is in the scene to be well seen by a second ago. Time to go catch up and keep a good watchful eye on the top 3 racers are now going back and get back to be on the usual position to be focusing on the main objective. So there goes again. Looks like Michael Delaney is now being slowed down due to the accident on Team Insportec's rear position is now being checked on the contact. So Big Red Biggin in the Genesis X Gr.3 is now currently to be well placed on the 9th position in about 5.8 seconds by the last update. Gonna have to hurry up because 5 more laps to go remaining as this race for the final round of the Nations Cup is about to be set and over before putting up onto phase 3 to wrap this up at the end of the main part of the encore content video. Closely as ever, looks like Apex X Piloter is now being dropped down onto position 9 as Big Red Biggin is now moving up on position number 8. Still to come, and just hold on, looks like yellow flag signal, that's not good. Looks like Kimpit Dog is now having a tough trouble out there, folks. Ouch, that's gonna hurt. 1.5 second penalty by having an impact on the barrier. Good thing Team UDRS Inspirotech just barely saw it. That is crazy to see how Kimpit Dog just lose its best effort. He almost had the chance and go for the top 5 position until this incident happens every often time. So going in on to the 11th lap, just 4 more laps to go, Team Inspirotech is now moving up onto the position number 9 at the spot in about 6.6 seconds to catch up to Apex X Piloter on position 8. Big Red Biggin in the Genesis X Gr.3 is still currently to be moving up onto the 7th position before overtake onto the 6th place driver before finishing from Sector 1 and go for Sector 2 and lap number 11 of the Nations Cup for the final race in the 2023 GTWS season. In terms for the matter of a competition during round 7 of the Nations Cup, Team Inspirotech still got a lot of chance to catch up to Apex X Piloter and update for the grid standings, and the gap itself is now currently by around in 7.2 seconds. It's about to get closer because having a second leg to be put up and outfitted with the soft racing compound tires is going much more fine effort rather than using with the medium compound tires to be doing the best serve and doing the first leg. But it's not over yet. Here we have Gates on position number 3 to be updated onto the bronze spot. Just to be clevered, looks like Gates is doing well. He's about to catch up and go focusing on the Galaxy 139 in second place while Was is on the first position. Was is doing good out there to be on the main position to get back on the main number 1 spot is now ever since to be well achieved to be on the first position back from a few laps ago. But currently to be on the main best lap time is a minute 48.327 seconds is still out there. Was actually to be doing some best running effort and was more importantly to see how one best racer can actually just going to keep it up and stay focusing for the main objective to be served as the final round for the first place racer goes to Was on the Nations Cup. So gonna have to keep going because entered forward to be on the 12th lap. 3 more to go. This race is just gonna to go quicker, extendedly to be well reduced ever since from the 4th season of the Nations Cup back from the 2022/23 exhibition series. Now on to the main part of the scene for Team UDRS Inspirotech on position number 9. Still takes a lot of time, and looks like Big Red Biggin is now being dropped down onto position 8 by the gap distance in 8.2 seconds. Coming down to be on turn number 12 and 13 is going to be taking a lot of possibility to be on the low speed and tough corners to be on the handling. Gonna have to keep going because you'll have to be on the main lookout to have each part of the two track route separation is going to have to go in and get out to be entered to go back onto sector 3. Go for turn 13 to 14 to be followed up onto turn 15. Gonna take it. And there goes for turn 16 and 17 to get into the tunnel on turn 18. Step it up for Team UDRS Inspirotech, and here we have Apex X Piloter's lap time is now going update to be Was lap time is a minute 48.49 seconds is now set for having a new record. Good job Apex, way to keep up and go faster to be stronger to catch up for having a main lap time on the Grand Valley Highway 1 on the track. 13th lap, here we go for only 2 more to go remaining. This competition is going to get tougher, excited, and much more thrilled to be very excited to see how the highlights will be going much more precisely to be praised. But in about 8.2 seconds remaining, as Team Insportec has a good watchful eye on the sights because the yellow flag signal just keep waving around and go proceed. But hold on, looks like this could be a problem. Big Red Biggin just actually had a tough time, is now being slowed down and get closer to be update on the gap standings. There he is right now. Looks like he's been having a tough time to be driving with a Genesis X Gr.3. Looks like Team Insportec has an opportunity to get closer and catch us up before crossing in the penalty line for Big Red Biggin and moving on forward for having an 8th position to be enter in and go proceed in the final sector in lap number 13. There you go, just to be planned, and go patiently for Team UDRS Insportec for the Toyota GR Supra Racing Concept 2018 for the GTWS theme style variation is now going action to have that best part. But it's not over yet, just to go finishing up on the main objective in about a few more seconds to go to catch up to danger in the Ferrari 458 Italia GT3 is now getting closer in 9.8 seconds. So here comes the 14th lap, folks. This could get challenging and get much more pretty excited. It's about to go all in, all out, and all in for the pace and stay on for the best ever out there to have the master achievement to be well experienced on the Grand Valley track. So hang on, looks like this could get much more pretty interesting to be on the lookout, and it's the last place driver is now being seen is Island Grown 777 in the Nissan Turismo GT3 in the 2018 model is now being seen by 1 lap plus ago. He seems having a trouble timing out there by having a penalty of 3 seconds to be adding up due to the ignored track limit and even the impact by the barrier. So here it comes. Let's make more room for Team Insportec to go down before finishing up onto Sector 2 in lap number 14 as Island Grown is going to have to be extra careful to keep it up and try its best out there while Big Red Biggin is now being seen. And here it comes. Looks like it's Genesis versus Toyota for having a battle in 8th place is about to be set and go for the showdown to be on the way. It all comes down to this, you guys. Looks like the other racers, including the top 3, is now being finishing up onto the 14th lap until the final lap is about to begin. Was is now going in for having a first position ever since onto the beginning of the final round on the Nations Cup, the first lap. He made it this time because he's going to have to take home the podium and go for the first position is now being served and finishing at the end of the season for the 2023 GTWS. Somehow for Team Insportec is still going to have to make one last push as the final showdown will go commence to face up with Big Red Biggin in the Genesis X Gr.3 in the final lap to be set and go for turn 3 to be on the left turn to be stay on focus before coming in onto turn 4 and 5 to be slide carefully to be on the extreme caution. And there it goes. Brake zone on the hairpin in turn 6 before finishing up onto sector 1. So looks like there it goes. Galaxy 139 is about to go for only one last offense to catch up to Was in position number 1. And there goes Gates as well doing the 3rd position, and 3 racers are about to go more likely to have one last best of the chance to see how it turns out to be perfectly for the final round of the Nations Cup. Was, Galaxy 139, and Gates are about to go at it for only a top 3 racers to have the final showdown to get in and get out before proceed to have that main turn onto 14 and 15 by coming around onto turn 16 and 17 at the bridge. One more stretch to be on the tunnel in turn 18, and there goes it, guys. Was is about to go enter for having a first place position to be at the finish line to be pronounced as the winner of the Nations Cup in round 7, and there it goes. Was wins the race at the Nations Cup in Grand Valley Highway 1 for the 2023 GTWS season. Good race, Was. Good race and a job well done. amazing. That was an amazing race for Was in the first position to take home the podium. That was so pretty excited to see. He did very, very well, folks. He is very well and take home the podium. Man, what a thrill of excitement, and having a 1-2 finish for only 2 Toyota GR Supra Racing concept with a different livery style variation. So competitive, challenging, and that's game, you guys. That's a pretty good game, and we're about to be moving on forward before finishing up in round 7, as we're about to go for the Manufacturers Cup in round 1 to be on a date schedule. That's a clean race. 9th place for Team Insportec is doing a hard-working effort out there, and this time one best moment and opportunity to have some best earnings to go average and going completed to be finishing up with only 1 roulette ticket available. That's 1 replay save. Blank on the thumbnail, so that will be it for now. It was so very good to see. He did pretty well to be driving with a Toyota GR Supra Racing Concept 2018 that brings a good total time by around in 27 minutes. Almost to be at 28 minutes, by the way, but it was so pretty amazing and well remarkable. But at the time, because Was is now being pronounced to become as the first place winner of this year's Nations Cup in round 7, along with Galaxy 139 is now being served as a runner-on. So congratulations to Was, and he was very good. Was very excited and was very much more thrilled to be expectedly to be having a best part for today's racing highlights. Well, I can't say it because, hang on 1 second, folks. So now we have go down for the final outcome at the end of the 7th round for the 2023 series for the GTWS Nations Cup at Grand Valley Highway 1 for the Group 3 category. And even of course to have the final standing outcome for round 7 is about to be set and well done to be complete. Finally, good thing putting up with some hard effort to be finishing up and having some encore content video to have a 100% complete. Give or take, and suggestions is now currently to have the first part of the series for the 2023 GTWS on the Nations Cup before we're about to go forward in round 3 before tomorrow is the Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup for the GR010 Hybrid at the 24 Heroes Du Mans Racing Circuit. But after all, round 1 for the Manufacturers Cup is about to be set and go for the schedule to be on June 7, 2023. Time for me to get back onto the GT garage and help myself for having a best time moment to go for a reward challenge. But one other thing, because a quick presentation to have my very brand new variation to the UDRS Insportec livery on the GR Supra Racing Concept 2018. But it looks the same, but adding up with some more decals to be additional to be served as a competition online tournament ready. But it takes a few minutes to have some new additional changes to have my very own variation, just to have the remain decals and more additional as well. So I hope you guys like it, because this one is going to be quite very good to be available for this time of the season. But speaking of which, so let's go down and open up with some 9 roulette tickets by having 4 5-stars and even to have 3 6-stars, including the engine type rarity. So let's begin with a 3-star. Let's see which gift should I get. Alright, well, I'll have to take that for only 100,000 Gran Turismo credits just to have a good earnings to have one prize amount. That's 5.4 million. Now for the 4-star, let's give it an open. Sorry about that, folks. Someone else just trying to disturb me. Well, I can't say because 10,000 Gran Turismo credits is all I need to get. So that will be almost to be in 490,000 credits by around 5 million. So let's begin and start having some 5-star roulette tickets for the first one. So here I go. Let's give me something to have a best rarity of luck. Okay, well, that could be the same 100,000 Gran Turismo credits, but this time is a silver rarity rather than a gold rarity type. So that's good. So, second 5-star, open up. Let's see which prize should I get. There you go. Just the Gr.4 car I need. Another Toyota GR Supra race car 2019. Very good to have the additional collection ever since I just already have my own UDRS Inspirtech livery to the same car. But the Nürburgring 24 Hours Race 2019 livery is just the only variation I need. That's very nice. Third 5-star roulette ticket. Let's open up and give me some best high valuable earning to go for the high rarity. 3 times and another 100,000 GT credits in the silver rarity. One more 5-star ticket to go. This time it's about to go for only one best chance. Bingo! Looks like I just got myself another Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution Final Edition Group 3. Well, I can't think because I already got one ever since from my Twitter video account. It's now going to be quite adding up onto the car index to be registered. But anyway, a different variation is just the vehicle I need. But I can't wait to have my Total Drama OC Hardeneck to have a different kind of livery variation to the same Land Evo Final Edition Group 3. Okay folks, now 2 types of the 6-star roulette ticket with the engine and the regular itself. So I had to start out to have the engine type just to see how it turns out. But I can't wait to see which one of them is going to be the engine part of the Mazda 787B. Well, I can't say because a compatible engine on the Honda Civic Type R Limited Edition FK8 model 2020. So I'll take it, and here's the second one and last part of the engine category. Okay, well, that would be very good to have a compatible vehicle on the Ferrari 458 Italia 2009. One last roulette ticket. This time, it's about to go all 6 out. Just give me something. Give me a best high valuable earning. Well, perhaps that could be close enough. 500,000 Gran Turismo credits is all I need to have a very good best platinum rank. So that makes 6.1 million credits ever since I just went down to do some farming from the World Touring Car 600 at Tokyo Expressway. Well folks, that was a lot of fun out there for the Nations Cup on the 2023 Gran Turismo World Series for only one part of the full season. But even perhaps because the season is not over, but we still got a lot of focusing to be moving on to be proceed by tomorrow on the Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup in round 3, and being patiently to be on the first round on June 7 for the Manufacturers Cup to the same 2023 in the Gran Turismo World Series. But after all, I'll have to be sure that I'm about to be ready to wrap this up at the end of the video. I'll have to be putting up to have my own livery variation on the Corvette C7 Group 3 and Group 4 versions of the UDRS Insportec livery, just to have the windshield banner to be well placed to be served as a Manufacturers Cup entry participate. But you're gonna have to see it soon enough because it's about to go update with some new changes and a different kind of a livery variation to go all out and proceed for today's and tomorrow's competition after finishing for only one part of the live stream video will come to an end. And after all, because one more thing, good thing June has already arrived, and this will be my perfect time to go focusing on with the Total Drama fan art roadmap to GT7 by focusing with 3 teams from Total Drama World Tour with Team Victory, Team Amazon, and Team Chris is really hot. But it's gonna have to take a long time because all that hard work for myself, I'll have to go solo and do some main progress to be adding up with some new variation on any kinds of specific Total Drama characters that related to the 3 teams. But you're gonna love it because I'll have to work it hard and go be creative myself. Thank you for enjoying watching the live stream video on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Don't forget to check it out on any social media platforms like DeepNetArt. Hang on one second. Just give me one moment. Now I'll have to try this again and get doing this the rightful thing. Thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Don't forget to check it out on any social media platforms like DeepNetArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, and more to see for my own image artwork like UDRS liveries, Vision Total Drama fan art with card liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.